Hi, I'm Anne. Good morning. For today, I just want to share my, curiosity, and I just researched a story. I already know this, and we already have discussed it. And for sure, most of you guys already have learned about this. This is about literature, English literature. So, okay, Helen of Troy. So many of you guys might not have paid attention about it that much, but she's a very significant person in English literature. She is the most beautiful woman in the world during that time. Um, she actually was the reason of war. So this is the epitome of beauty is a curse. Beauty is a curse quote. Her beauty became, like somewhat like a curse to those people around her, especially for the country Greece. So the story goes like this. She was married to Menelaus when Agamemnon and Menelaus had a treaty. They had an agreement that Agamemnon and Menelaus would protect Helen's daughter as soon as they get married. You know, of course, that's Helen's daughter to Menelaus. And then, so they got married. They had 3 kids, 1 daughter, 2 sons. And then there came a time that Menelaus has to be far from her for a very long time. And then during his long absence, I'm not sure what Helen felt, and if Menelaus maybe somehow failed as a husband to her. So during his absence, she fell in love with Paris. So Paris took her, and then so they got had a relationship. And then when Menelaus knew that, he waged war against Paris. So that's the beginning of a Trojan War. It's a war within Greece. So because of just one woman. And then that time after the war, Paris was able to get Helen back. And then Helen in the history became adulterous. So imagine, she's the most beautiful woman in the world, but then she is like a figure that is described as adulterous. So in history, if you would ask my opinion, I think there are a lot of alterations that could happen, because you wouldn't know if the historians have their own biases, psychological bias. They might have some psychological bias, right, when writing all those literatures. So as for Helen's defense, she said that she's used and cursed by the gods, and she maybe is trying to say that she doesn't ask for this beauty. She didn't ask for this. She is beautiful, I think, because she is the son of Zeus. So that means she is a demigod, half god, half human. So because of that, she has that not abnormal, but she has that, like, maybe somewhat perfect beauty that lures human beings like Agamemnon and Paris to get her as in every way possible. So then that happened, and then up until now, Helen of Troy is a very known figure that is caused that is the cause of Trojan War. If you could remember Trojan War, you could also that is associated with Trojan horse as well. They thought that it's the end of the war, but then when the enemy just gave them a Trojan horse, a very big horse, only to discover that a lot of people, their enemies, were inside that horse. And when the night came, they penetrated to their territory and killed most of them and win the war again. So yeah, that's what happened with Helen's story. It's kind of tragic. You are beautiful, but then you really have a very tragic story. There's no like happiness in it, you know. There's no glory in having two people, two men fighting over you and making all those people around you to be war free, right? In our, in our world right now. So yeah, I'm very fascinated about this story. So beauty is a curse, if I would make a quote for this one. So thank you so much for listening, though. There's so much more in it. I'm also very interested in Greek mythology, so I hope you could walk through it with me. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.